Have you ever heard the story of someone who bought Bitcoin back in 2010 and is now a billionaire? Stories like that are everywhere on the internet, acting like magnets, pulling people in. Investing, once a world full of technical terms and calculated moves, suddenly feels accessible to anyone with internet and guts. Bitcoin promises freedom. No banks. No governments. No middlemen. It all sounds so exciting, almost too perfect. But behind those stories of people getting rich overnight lies another side. A side that rarely gets told. Not in the ads. Not in the seminars. Not in the echo chambers of social media. Because behind every price spike that makes the headlines, there's a giant wave of uncertainty waiting. That wave can hit at any time. And when it does, there's no stopping it. One week, Bitcoin can shoot up 50%. The next, it might crash just as fast. Some people celebrate. Others lose everything. There are no warnings. No pauses. The market moves like it's fueled by emotion, not reason. And that's a harsh truth many aren't prepared to face. Bitcoin isn't just a digital currency. It's a reflection of human greed and fear. When people see opportunity, they rush in. When prices fall, they all try to rush out. It's like a roller coaster, except this one doesn't have seatbelts. And this isn't a theme park. This is real life with real money on the line. So, do we really understand what Bitcoin is? Or are we just hypnotized by success stories sliced away from a much messier reality? We haven't even touched on who truly controls this game. Or the fact that Bitcoin's value can shift not because of strong fundamentals, but because of rumors, or a single tweet. And the further we dig, the more we see that this promise of digital freedom may carry a cost not everyone is ready to pay. Bitcoin can make you feel like a genius overnight. When the chart goes up, every investor suddenly sounds like a guru. Screenshots of gains get posted. People start talking about the future of money. They feel like they're part of a financial revolution. But the very next day, it can all fall apart. No warning. No explanation. The price that soared yesterday plunges today. And in just a few hours, that confidence turns to panic. Imagine this. You buy Bitcoin while it's climbing. Everyone says it's the perfect time. You don't want to miss out. The price keeps going up and you start dreaming. A new car, a house, financial freedom. Everything seems possible. Then one night you go to bed and when you wake up, your investment is down 40%. Just like that, you panic. You check the forums. You try to find answers. But there are none. Just speculation. Some say it's because of new regulations. Some blame big sell-offs. But either way, your money's gone. Not all of it, but enough to shake you. This is the side of Bitcoin people don't like to talk about. The volatility. It sounds like a technical term, but it just means this: unpredictable, unstable, brutal for anyone with a weak heart. Some people enjoy the thrill. They call it market adrenaline. But for many others, it's a nightmare that never ends. Each time the price rises, hope grows. Each time it falls, fear returns. It's an emotional roller coaster that drains you over time. Bitcoin never sleeps. The market runs 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. There's no pause button. You can lose money while you're at work, having dinner, or asleep. And that's what makes it so different, so dangerous. These price swings aren't just numbers. They control people's emotions. And when emotions take over, logic usually disappears. But this is only the beginning. There's something even more important that makes Bitcoin risky. Something most people don't think about: the lack of protection. In traditional finance, there's a system. There are regulations, institutions that act as safeguards. If you get scammed, there's someone to call. If your money vanishes due to a technical issue, there's a chance to recover it. But with Bitcoin, that safety net doesn't exist. Bitcoin operates outside traditional rules. There's no central bank, no authority, no guarantees. Once a transaction is made, it's permanent. Send Bitcoin to the wrong address? It's gone. Make a mistake? There's no undo button. This system has no emergency exits, and that's by design. Someone could store millions in Bitcoin, but if they forget their recovery phrase or lose their private key, it's over. No customer support, no password reset, just silence from the blockchain. There's a real story of a man with over $200 million worth of Bitcoin locked away. He forgot the password. He's tried 8 times. He only has 2 tries left. One more mistake and the entire fortune is gone forever. It's not just individuals. Even companies have lost millions to hacks or system bugs. Crypto exchanges get hacked. Investors lose everything. And often, no one is held responsible. In the world of Bitcoin, you're on your own. People fall for fake apps, scam projects, shiny websites that vanish overnight. And it's often legal. Or at least it's in a gray area. There are no solid rules to protect the victims. This isn't the part of Bitcoin that gets talked about in flashy ads. When you step into this world, you walk alone. No watchdogs, no safety lines. If you fall, you have to pick yourself up. And we haven't even talked about how Bitcoin doesn't work for you like a real investment should. Because not all assets grow based on value. Some grow based only on belief. Good investments usually do something. Stocks produce profits. Real estate earns rent. Even bonds give you interest. But Bitcoin does none of that. It doesn't produce cash flow. Doesn't generate income. It just sits there. This price only rises if someone else is willing to buy it at a higher price. That's not value, it's belief. Bitcoin's value doesn't come from productivity. It comes from sentiment. If the world suddenly stopped believing in it, its price would collapse. Instantly, without warning, because there's nothing holding it up except public perception. Some compare Bitcoin to gold. But gold has history. It's been used for thousands of years. It has physical uses in jewelry, in industry. It exists in the real world. Bitcoin, on the other hand, is just data. It only exists if you have electricity and internet. In the digital age, data may be powerful. But it's also fragile when it depends entirely on belief. At one point, Bitcoin's price surged because of retail hype. Then influencers jumped in. Celebrities promoted it like they were selling sneakers. The price moved not by logic, but by likes and retweets. When trust fades, the price drops. Because there's no floor. Bitcoin isn't a field that quietly yields crops. It's a balloon that gets bigger with each breath. And everyone hopes it won't pop. But the dangers of Bitcoin go beyond theory. There are threats that live in your hard drive, in your browser, in your Wi-Fi network. And those threats don't knock. Technology offers convenience, speed, control. But it also hides traps you only see after they've already snapped shut. Bitcoin runs on a decentralized system called blockchain. It's stored across millions of computers worldwide. No headquarters, no help desk. People love it because it resists censorship and central control. But those same traits can turn cruel when things go wrong. Send coins to the wrong address? You can't get them back. Ever. It's final. Permanent. One small mistake can cost you everything. Wallets aren't like bank accounts. There's no customer service. No lost password recovery. The only way in is your private key. Lose that and you lose access forever. Many people have stored large amounts of Bitcoin on hard drives, only to lose them to damage or accidental deletion. Some even dig through landfills hoping to find that one device holding a fortune. But it's gone. And if you think hacks only happen to the careless, think again. Even experienced users fall victim to malware, phishing scams, and fake apps. Once your computer's compromised, your coins can be gone in seconds. And there's no one to stop it. Being your own bank sounds empowering. But it also means you carry all the responsibility. And if you slip, no one's there to catch you. Still, not every threat is digital. Some come from institutions, from governments, from power structures that can shift the entire crypto landscape with one policy change. Bitcoin was built as a rebellion, a protest against the old system, a dream of money without borders or control. But in the real world, power always watches, and it doesn't like being ignored. Governments saw Bitcoin grow. At first, they watched from the sidelines. Then they started investigating, then regulating. Because when enough money moves outside the system, those in charge start asking questions. Some countries welcomed Bitcoin. Others saw it as a threat. China banned crypto mining and trading in one sweeping move. The market crashed. Investors panicked. And once again, the little guys suffered the most. India proposed jail time. Hit that like button if this video made you think. Drop a comment and let's talk about it. And subscribe so you won't miss what's coming next.